Hello and welcome to the Tabletop, and today I will show you a match of A Song of Ice and Fire, Drogo versus Eddard Stark. I'm learning to play, I wanted to say Warhammer 40k, but that's not true. A Song of Ice and Fire, the tabletop miniature game, and let's get into the match. Alex, who gave me a lot of games in 40k, is teaching me A Song of Ice and Fire. And the dragons arrived. I will soon be playing the Mother of Dragons, but first I try to master um, my Song of Ice and Fire Targaryen starter set. And I did shoot these on eBay for 20 bucks and the Blood Riders also for 20 bucks. And as you can see, beautiful miniatures. Yeah, they cannot become weakened, which is good, so they can get their attacks through. And here I was asking Morty and Glories some questions about bolt action. And yeah, I'm preparing my army to get them to where they need to be. And as you can see, I magnetized these bad boys. And yeah, I'm bringing some hordes miniatures to proxy NCUs, but that problem will be taken care of. So today, Khal Drogo is leading my army. This dude is not yet fully painted. As you can see, I'm very much in the process of getting it all painted up. You can find videos on my channel how I will do that. And yeah, I bought Khal Drogo and his Blood Riders. I took one Blood Rider and did put him into the Dothraki veterans, but this made this unit go from 8 points to 10 points, which is okay. We will talk about that in a second. And I take the Dothraki Outriders, I think also 8 points, and they're pretty good if you don't move them too much. They get heavy and precision, so they get long range with their bows, and on a 6 up they do I would say a mortal wound or something like that. I take with me Jorah Mormont, and this guy has gotten like really good because he increases your maximum hand size from 3 at the beginning to 4, and from 5 to 6. So this guy is good. At the beginning of the game, instead of drawing 3 cards, I draw an additional 4 cards. No, not 4. I mean, my hand size is now 4, and it allows me to draw 1 card in addition. The Screamers for this game, I leave them at home, but I really started to value the Screamers after this one game. I will tell you why. So, again, Khal Drogo and his Blood Riders. Yeah, just making pretty pictures of the unit, and can't wait to paint this guys up. I think the miniatures look really good. The game I enjoyed so far. So yeah, I think I'm setting up the board, putting uh, my friend Alex told me if you have cavalry only army, the deployment is not super important because you have a great deal of movement, and with each cavalry you can do one free maneuver. So these are my NCUs. I brought Daenerys, not the Mother of Dragons, but just Daenerys, the NCU, Illyrio Mopatis, and I was thinking, what will this guy be? And he will be proxed in a second. The enemy is bringing Eddard Stark, and he takes this Stark sworn swordsman and makes them an honor guard. So these dudes have now a 3-up save, and I think they hit like a truck. He brings also this guy. I think this is a Tully man, the fish. I don't know what's his name, and I don't know what these guys are, but they're kind of amazing. They will strike pretty hard. He brings the little Mormont girl. What's her name? Yeah, she's a young girl, but she hits also like a truck. She's the NCU, and I love the dice. I'm a sucker for the A Song of Ice and Fire dice. I mean, you gotta love them. It's in your starter set. It's just beautiful. And I wanted to show you also, like you saw I magnetized mine, but definitely possible to transport your minis just like this. It's amazing. Yeah, again, I make a point that yeah, you could transport them even in this way. I leave these ones at home. He takes the Stark Bowman, which are, I would say, great. 12-inch reach, or 12-inch they can shoot. And yeah, we'll see them taking action. And he's taking his Tully cavalry, which are great, I would say. I think they have a 3-up um, armor save, and I would say they hit like a truck. We'll see in a second. Yeah. And yeah, as you can see, he replaces my proxy with, what's his name? The Spider Man. Yeah, one of my favorite characters on the show. I don't know why I can't recall him, and he fits beautifully with the gang, with his red and gold. Um, Love him. Well, what's his name? Wait a second. Game of Thrones. Characters. Well, it's a shame I can't remember his name. Um, Come on, like this guy. Why is it so hard? Spider. Yeah, Lord Varys. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm taking Lord Varys with me, and Daenerys makes a free maneuver or something like that, and he heals my troops, and he can steal some activations. Not steal them, but he has 3 tokens, and when some opponent positions his um, NCU on the board, on the politics board, I can take off a counter and just use something similar but a bit weaker. So yeah, the setup, this is I think how I set up the board somehow. Yeah, here you can see like Catelyn Stark. He brings Sansa and this little girl. What's her name? I don't know. Why is it covering up Little Mormont? Girl, Liliana Mormont. Yeah, he's bringing Liliana Mormont. We're playing this mission. I think there's just objective markers 5, and there are castle walls on each side, and they can shoot at us. And this is the board. This is how it looks. This is the setup. He's setting it up pretty tight and dodgy. Here is a castle wall. Here's also a castle wall, 5 mission markers, and this is how I did set up my army. I don't know if that's a mistake, but I was thinking maybe I can somehow outflank his troops with the Blood Riders and punch him really hard in the face. So, yeah, Alex has a lot of boxes, and let's start the game. So, the Starks are eager to, yeah, are eager to what? To punch. And the Targaryen also. So, Jorah Mormont looking good this day. So, what's happening? Who goes first? Oh God, I love the dice. And yeah, this is what we've done. So, I don't know the precise activation, but look at this. Like, the Tully Cavalry, I don't know how, but in a 6-inch range, if something passes a morale check, they restore a wound. And this guy has some wound restoration, and I think Eddard Stark too. So this list is pretty tanky and healy. Wait a second, I have to, yeah, clean up my nose. Okay, and I think I did free maneuver this guy's up, and I was shooting at this guy's, and then I moved up uh, the Dothraki veterans, and they can shoot and then they can attack. And yeah, what's happening here? So in the middle, there's a swamp. So if I charge through the swamp, I lose 1 inch and I don't get rerolls on my charges. And as you can see, the Stark Honor Guard is taking some wounds, but he's managing to heal them up pretty well. So I think I activate these guys and they shoot at the Honor Guard. And what's happening next? So yeah. Yeah. Now I think I will activate Khal Drogo and his Blood Riders. And I think I roll a few good dice, and I think he rolls also very high. And yeah, he manages, like I manage to make tons of wounds, but he manages to save a lot of wounds on a 3-up. So not as good. And now I'm in melee. Khal Drogo manages to get around the left corner and is ready to charge something. He doesn't want to have these guys to charge him in the flank, but he really wants to see the Tully cavalry go. So I order Jorah Mormont to on this unit to spot for weakness, and I think Jorah Mormont says that you can reroll all 2 hits, and you can, every 6 is a lethal wound, something like that. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm now doing the charge. Or I think this was my free movement, and then he starts shooting with this guys. And whenever you shoot into close combat, um, every faction or every participant in the close combat has to take an order or morale check. Usually that's not a good thing, but because the Starks have such a good morale, and because he has stacked a bunch of units that every time he passes a morale check, he heals a wound, so he doesn't really care. And I think he shoots at my Dothraki veterans and takes out 6 wounds, or probably he takes up a few wounds, and then I have to pass morale. And on this day, I'm really not passing too much morale, and as you can see, he heals up a wound. I don't like that, and I charge the Tully cavalry in the side with Khal Drogo and his Blood Riders, and it's time for payback. And I don't know if this is a good payback, but 6 wounds go, and I'm a bit disappointed, but yeah, who knows? Like, I mean, this is my third game or something like this, and this is how it looks right now. Not super good. And I don't know, why do I lose another horse? I don't know what he does, but he attacks or activates these guys, and I lose another horse. And also, like, I'm losing a lot of morale checks. And as you can see, he restores 1 wound on this guy. Like, it really sucks. But I don't know. I think it's the second turn, and I activate first. And what I do is Tully Cavalry has to go because the buff is too hard, and they give the 6-inch healing bubble, and I hit them, and I think 4 wounds go, and this guy stays, but then he fails the morale test, which is very unlikely for a Stark or Tully cavalry, and they flee. They just go away. Um, and that pisses Alex a bit off. And so what does he do? I think he charges with these guys into my flank. And I don't know what card I play, but I can move back, and so that's what I do. I just move out of the close combat. These guys start shooting again. I don't know what am I shooting, and they hit like a truck, like super well. But the opponent, as you can see, saves a lot of wounds. Um, Khal Drogo again charges, or not again, charges into these guys and wants to, yeah, thin them out. I don't know what happens. Why am I going back? Some things I don't remember anymore. But yeah. Um, Now the Dothraki veterans are healed up. I think I used Illyrium Opatis and I used Daenerys or something like that to heal up 6 wounds. And I'm charging now. I use my free maneuver, and because these guys have bows, I can also shift 2 inches. And so with the free maneuver, I move 6, then I shift 2 inches, and then I shoot at these guys, and then I will charge them. And I think I will get into the flank of Eddard Stark. And yeah, the opponent rolls really, really low. And yeah, Alex is not amused. Here is our beautiful board action table, our beautiful 40k table. And so, yeah, that's what happens. So the Dothraki have now decimated this unit, but they are not gone. And a thing I didn't know, if the Starks are not gone, like they can be very, very lethal. And that's what's coming up. So somehow I managed to lose Khal Drogo, like this unit eats up Khal Drogo. Jorah Mormont is on the run right here, and on this point, doesn't look very good for me. Like I did I missed a couple of important rolls, and I think Khal Drogo gets to 3 wounds. And the thing that happens here, I roll for morale, I fail morale, and I lose 3 wounds, and that's why Khal Drogo is gone. Like very, very stupid and unlikely. Um, so the Starks, I think, are going to win. And what happens here with Catelyn Stark on these guys and a bunch of other buffs, and they have lost a few units, and so these guys hit with their full strength profile. It's not like just 4 or 5 that hit; it hits like 7 or 8 because like they are the Starks, and so with full strength they hit my Dothraki veterans, and I think they managed to wipe them out, or I also fail here the morale test, and yeah, pretty much everything I have now is, oh, there are a few Dothraki veterans here. But yeah, what's going on? Ah, yeah, okay. I I always um, fall back, heal up, and go in again. And so I think this time, who's striking now? We will see. Okay, I managed to get in, and I wipe out Ned Stark. So doesn't look too bad. It's we have now both of us have lost 2 units, and both of us have like a mid-tier unit and our bowman. And I do overrun, and now I go from one unit to the next, and I will hit these, and I just managed to kill 3 of those. And somehow I heal up a wound. I don't know how do I do that? Yeah, and Jorah Mormont has put his Oath of Moment on this guy. But as you can see, this unit is now fully buffed with everything he has. Um, so what's going to happen next? Jorah Mormont trying to outflank and claim a few scalps here. And yeah, not much I can do. Like I lose a bit of people here. I fall back again with the veterans, and I would say the win goes to Starks by points, and it was a pretty close match, and I learned a lot playing the game. Again, I do not recall everything because I'm a newbie, but I think with more games played, I will do some really cool battle reports and bring you cool, fun stuff to look at and good knowledge. And yeah, we see us. And until the next game, see ya.